tree has probably been here for hundreds of years. It is absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to share with you, those of you that are joining this incredible journey. I call it the healing journey, and I would love for you to participate with us. I absolutely am excited to talk to you and get you in on this amazing movement that we have coming along here. I'm so happy that you're joining in. If those of you that are coming in on the replay, please type replay here in the chat. Those of you that are coming in live, let me know where you're coming in from and a little bit about your personal healing journey. I would love to hear from you. So what I know about cancer, that I was diagnosed in June of this year, is that it was really quite a limited awareness. Hello, Lori. Welcome, welcome. There was quite a limited awareness of what was going on with this whole cancer experience. However, I have had cancer before. So 27 years ago, when my son was 3 months old, I got diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And it was a real shock because I was, like I say, just a baby with my baby, wondering how I was going to, be able to, help him grow to be a man. And here I am 27 years later with another round, and this time it's breast cancer. So there's a lot of insecurity, a lot of fear, a lot of drama around cancer. And what I love about it most is really the privilege of becoming more aware, more conscious, and really getting clear that it's time for change, and that what I love to see it more as than any other thing. Hello, Danielle. So happy you're here. Welcome, welcome. What I love really remembering about anything that has to do with health is that it's really a call to adventure. It's a call for change. It's a call for really the good news. Like what is possible? What do I get to embrace so that I can move forward? And I know that often we have a lot of fear, especially around things like cancer. If it's breast cancer, it's like, oh, you're probably, it's, you know how the stories run. But what I know about that is that so much of it is resistance to change. We're so afraid of change, and we're reluctant to meet, like death in a way, like reluctant to face the fear of maybe we're going to be called to go home soon. And for me, it's like I am completely in a place of, I know I have years to go, and if I have, if my time is shortened, then it is. I just feel so privileged to have this journey, to have this call to action, this call to change, and this call to really embrace this good news, this experience. And I have a 4-year-old at home, so it's no small commitment to really be in the game of how we can heal here. Again, I would love to hear about your own personal journey, what it's like for you facing surgeons, facing, the fears that come when you have a loved one, or, personally faced some of these life-threatening, in a sense, life choices that are, they're really laced with a lot of story. And what I know is that overcoming that story is one of the most important things we can do, really choosing for ourselves what is best for us. I know that my own inner knowing is the most important thing in the world for me. My husband often, checks and, we're playing with fire. And for me, it's like we're playing with fire when we get in our car. We're playing our fire just to get up in the morning. Life is fire, so let's just live it fully. And I really feel that in some respects I'm kind of refusing some of the call to just, get right in there and cut it out and do the radiation and the chemo. There's nothing in me that feels like that is the path for me. So I would love to hear if you know of someone that maybe has chosen a natural journey. Everyone that I have talked to that has chosen a natural healing has gotten, and for the most part, has gotten another 10 years. I've gotten another 20 years. So that's my plan at this point, is to get at least another 10 years, if not 20, because then my baby will be 24 instead of 4. And that to me would make me very happy to see her well on her way. So again, I would love to hear your own journey in this, what it is like for you. Maybe some of the things that you have seen people do, or changes they have made to be able to make that, the 10-year, the 20-year, change, the 20-year improvement. A big piece of it is overcoming that fear and choosing, really a commitment. And so what I really believe is that from the very beginning, I had a really strong, intense commitment to change, to make whatever changes are necessary. Hello, Victoria. Welcome, welcome. So happy you're here. To make whatever changes are necessary, do whatever it takes, experiment with the new, That was what Mexico was for me. I spent a couple weeks down there getting a completely new regimen. Perhaps you know someone who has, like locked into a completely vegan lifestyle, or, entirely organic, or, that's where I'm at right now, is what can I do to choose the very best and the highest and the most healthy, supplements, and, bring in, I was talking to a gal today about, like natural wine that has no additives, which I think is so important, that we really choose the very highest and best for our bodies. And what's really incredible is to find ways to get more support around my decision, because I don't think it's easy to make the decision of I'm going natural. It's like if someone says they're doing homeschool, it's like, oh, you're doing no school. Your poor children are going to be uneducated. Whereas you say, I'm doing this natural treatment. I'm going to cure myself from cancer. Everybody's like, yeah, right. We'll see how long you last. So for me, it's like, but of course I'm going to win. And you have to know that, like in a deep, deep way, deep, have to have a knowing within that you're going to find the answers. You're going to know what to do. And I've had to have people and ways to support my decision. And so it's been tricky, but I think part of it is just remembering that certain people are not going to support my decision when it comes to, say, like my surgeon who wants so bad to cut my whole left breast off because he has no faith at all that I can ever heal it, and he just laughs at all the things that I'm doing. And just choosing out of those conversations is a big part of it. Learning to surround ourselves with people who are committed to the same types of healing, that know that natural healing, emotional clearing, that, there are some powerful supplements out there, that are a lot of things that really help, that make a huge difference in the journey, is so important. And yes, we're going to receive opposition. We're going to have people laughing at us. We're going to have, people saying, yeah, right, you can heal yourself from cancer. And I just have to say, well, I guess we'll see, won't we? Because what I know is I get to have the ultimate health and the very best well-being for the time that I'm here, and I'm not willing to settle for anything less. And, with a 4-year-old at home, that to me just like solidifies that decision, because I get to feel good, and I get to feel good every day that I'm here. So, like I say, we have to come up with a regimen. We have to come up with some really intensive practices. We have to be entirely accountable. We have to create an environment that can support our decisions. And that's what I'm here to be rewarded with, because I'm reaching out to you right now saying there are people in our circles that deserve to be heard, that need a voice, that need a platform to really share what's working for them. Whether you have like an autoimmune disorder, or you're fighting some, weight things that you're trying to get your weight down, or you're really working hard to overcome some, chronic condition. The time is now to step forward as women and support each other. And so I'm creating this site, or this what I call a virtual meetup, where we can come together every week and hear from a renowned speaker about something that is going to make a huge difference, something that is going to impact the way we feel emotionally, physically, mentally, possibly even spiritually, to help us on this healing journey. We deserve to be supported every step of the way. And what I love to have is the meetup on Zoom, or even on a Google Hangout, where we're having a chance to share our own journey, our own thoughts, our own even questions or comments about what's being said, so that we're now part of that healing process. We're now, sharing our own, like, hey, I tried this and it really helped. It gave me more energy, it lifted me, it gave me a whole sense of well-being that was so worth having. And so again, my reward is really in the sharing. My reward is in, the healing journey. Let it be known, let it be heard, let it be spoken from the housetops, from the rooftops, from the mountaintops, because there are hundreds and thousands of women out there, and men even, that deserve to be part of the healing journey and share their own stories, share what's working, and really help us all. There's a little four-wheeler driving by. Help us all to be more accountable, because I'm completely dedicated to us being more happy, to creating health and more self-care, and it just feels like a great opportunity for us to step up as women, and even as men, and when it makes sense, to really step into what does work, what is possible in our healing journey today, that isn't necessarily going straight to the hospital for surgery and more surgery and more surgery, because that's kind of how it lands. I know there's final threats. I know there's new challenges. I know we have to rededicate ourselves over and over and over to natural healing. We deserve to be supported. We deserve to support each other. And we deserve to feel confident in our decision all of the time. We deserve to feel the joy, the peace, and the freedom of making decisions, even when, the voice of authority doesn't necessarily agree with us. And I believe that overcoming these insecurities and overcoming these fear stories is the answer, is the solution. And I believe it coming together in a sense of like, how can we master, our fear, master our what we've been called to go through. We've been called to this experience for a reason. And it's really in our best interest to not only own it as good news, but also as an opportunity to make changes that we know we need to make. Well, we all know, I don't know if you've had personal experience with this, but I'd love to hear about it. We all know someone who, has had cancer, maybe, got it cut out or did whatever, and then they kind of got some major four-wheelers. They're having some fun. I don't know if you noticed this incredible tree. This is the oldest tree in Arizona sitting behind me. I think it's the most beautiful tree ever. Look how huge this thing is. It's just this massive, massive tree. So I'm just rooting myself with this tree right now in the knowingness that we can heal, the knowingness that we can overcome these health challenges, the knowingness that we can rise together as women, as friends, as companions to get that what does work. Talk about what is possible. Hello, Rebecca. So nice to see you. What a treat. So yes, I'm here to serve on this level. I'm here to bring us together. I know we're all struggling on one level or another, whether it be creating better health, creating better relationships, which is, of course, my bigger passion. I love, love, love talking about what's possible in today's marriages and seeing what we can do to bring research forward that can help us understand ourselves better, to understand our partners better, to understand our bodies better, to understand how we can really show up as our best selves. And that's what this is all about. Like, how can we step up and serve each other on this level and get the results we're looking for? So my call to you right now is to really think about who in your life could benefit from something like this. Who in your life could benefit from being part of this heroine's journey or this healing journey? Who in your life would be a great person to talk and on our virtual meetup? Who would be someone who would be, well served by being able to be supported, to being, uplifted, who is ready for some different results, who is ready for a better chance of, having the very best version of their life show up instead of the exhausted, beat down, kind of helpless and hopeless version that often, kind of shows up when we feel like these health struggles really are getting in our way. We deserve to be supported as women. We deserve to support each other. We deserve to support each other. We deserve to have the very best life options available and the very most healthy choices that there are. And so, what can we do to come together to support each other in the personal growth, in the inspiration, in the the best morsels from research that can really serve us on this level? This is what I'm after. This is what I'm leading out here with, is that we deserve this kind of a plan. And so again, it's a healing journey meetup. It's a live cast meetup where we come together to support each other. If you know of a friend, a family member, a loved one, a colleague, a sister, someone who is ready to get some answers health-wise, is wanting to be more happy and more supported, or maybe is the kind of person that wants to support and wants to offer some resources along these lines, would you please DM me? Just send me, send this to my, a little note here. Maybe right here in the chat, you could just raise your hand, pick me, let me know. Or perhaps you can just take the URL on this live and just pop it in their inbox so that they can also hear this message and choose to participate on some level. So again, we're going to be meeting in the Happy Homes and Hearts group, and it's all about getting those happy hearts happier and really bringing happier homes because we're more together, more supportive, getting more of what we need. So looking forward to it. You're joining us. Also, you want to catch us live tomorrow at our 3 keys to jumpstart your marriage, which should be an incredible live. It'll be 2 o'clock Mountain Time tomorrow. Love to have you in our Happy Homes and Hearts group for that as well. Thank you for joining. Looking forward to connecting more soon. Reach out to me. Let me know your thoughts. I would love, my sun is in my eyes. Love to connect with you, and thank you for taking this time. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better and finding out what I can do to support you in your healing journey. Have a great night. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.